So things have been pretty hard for me lately. You probably don't know me, but that's okay. What you should probably know is that I suffer from mental illness issues. If you went to Vegas and you pulled the slot machine and you heard ding, 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 and you won it all and you won the jackpot, that's about how I feel. I have been diagnosed with bipolar, PTSD, ADD, anxiety, and depression. So I know there's a lot more out there that deserve its respect and understanding, but these are the ones that I deal with. And I decided that instead of letting myself go, that I would share some of my experience and what it feels like to me. And what it feels like to me is if my insides, my entire insides, if you can visualize my entire insides have gone through a shredder, and I have all these strands and pieces of me that are no longer connected together. And it is my job to pull all these strands of me together and hold it together inside of me. So I picture a fist holding onto a ton of strands of flesh or whatever, and that my job is to hold it together and keep myself together. But when you're holding that tight and you're having to hold on to so much, you can only hold on to so much, which means when difficult things happen or life happens or you have a hard time at work or kids or family or death or anything like that, it's very difficult to handle it because you are so focused on holding this yourself together, that you can't hold on to all of that too and handle it. Your hands are full. As far as bipolar goes, if you're manic, you feel confident. You're like, I got this. I can do this. This is a piece of cake. And you lose focus and you lose that grip. And then strands just slip through your fingers because you're not focused on it enough. And if you're depressed, you wonder what's the point of even holding on to these strands? They're going to fall out anyways. It hurts. It takes a lot of energy. You're tired. And you loosen your grip. And more strands fall out. So you're left with less and less pieces of you that you're trying to hold together. And for me, if you're ADD, you focus on one side or one part so much that you forget the other side and it just pops out and it's gone. And so less and less strands are in your hand. And if you're anxious, you hold on so tight and squeeze so tight because you're trying so hard to hold it together that it weakens those strands and they break, and you're still left with less and less and less strands of you that you're trying to hold together. So that's how it feels for me. I don't know if it's how it feels for you, but if it feels like that to you, I'm sorry, because it's very hard to be like that, and it's very hard to maintain that and hold yourself together that long and that much and through so much. So I'm thinking about you, and I hope it's okay and things go okay for you. And I'm going to continue to hold on to as many strands as I possibly can on the inside of me, because if you're like me and you have what I have, you know that if you lose grip completely, then you just don't exist anymore. And I don't wish that on anybody.